Hello, the purpose of this screencast is to show the steps necessary to create an item analysis report that is similar to what we've done in the past. The new CRS does not have the same type of file available that was available in the ORS. My goal is to show how we can use a Google spreadsheet to make the data from the CRS look like that from the ORS. Here we go. Here's an example of what the old item analysis solution would look like using the ORS data. Notice that we can get a breakdown of the percentage of students who scored a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. We also get some nice conditional formatting to get included with that. This helps the teachers look because if you notice there were 91% of the students got question number 10 wrong. So knowing this, they can focus in on that question in that standard so they can figure out where the students were struggling. The CRS doesn't have anything like this. The CRS, when you get your data, it looks something like this. So it's all laid out this way. And one of the nice things is it is done for each student so that you can get an item analysis for each student, which we weren't able to do in the RS, but we can do in the CRS. My solution, though, will take this spreadsheet of data and turn it into this. This looks similar to what we had in the past, especially because of the conditional formatting. This will now draw the teacher's attention here to looking at this right here. 97% of the students got question 14 wrong. So they'll be able to focus in on that standard to see what's going on. Here are the general steps we're going to follow so that we can manipulate the data and get it into a format that we're more familiar with. First thing we got to do is we got to get the data from the CRS and get it into a Google Sheet. We're then going to make a copy of the template. Then we're going to copy the CRS data into the template. From there, we're going to change the name of the tab in our template file to the data. And from the item analysis menu, we're going to run two functions. First one is get percents. Next one will be format the results. So the first thing you need to do is log into the CRS so that you can get your data. Log in so that you can see a test that you want to get the data out of. Click on that test to bring you to this page. And what we're going to use is we're going to look at this little icon that's got the arrow with the little paper. We're going to click on that. It'll take a few moments, but then a screen's going to pop up. From here, what we're going to choose is we're going to choose overall test reporting category, item performance of all students, and we're going to change it to a CSV. We're going to export the assessment data. We're going to say, yes, this is what I want, and will be sent to our inbox. Once we're at the inbox, you'll see that the test is in progress or the report is in progress. Once this becomes a clickable link, we'll be able to click on it and we'll be able to download it. Once you downloaded your data file, find it in your downloads folder or where you saved it. Double click on it to open it. For me, I'm working on a Chromebook, so when I double clicked on it, it opened up as an Excel spreadsheet in my Chrome browser. I want this as a Google spreadsheet, so I'm going to File, Save as Google Sheets. Once that sheet has been made, I'm going to go ahead and just close out the Excel tab. So if you look at this sheet here, you can see that it's got all the information. It's got all the students. It's got how they answered. So it's got all their item analysis from the test file. We need to make a copy of the template and then get this data into the template. So if you click on the link that shows up, you'll make a copy of this file. So now, this doesn't look like much, but it does have our menu item called item analysis right up there. So let's get our data into that sheet. We could just copy and paste, but we're going to use Google Sheets functions of copy to an existing spreadsheet. If you just made a copy of it or you've used a spreadsheet recently, it should show up in your recent folder. This is the one that I'm going to use right here. I'm going to select it and copied it over. Once we have the copy, we don't need this sheet anymore, so we're going to close it out. And here is our copied data. Now remember, one of the steps was we need to rename this tab to the data. So to do so, I'm just going to double click on it and type the data. Next on our steps is we have to run our functions. So if we go to the item analysis, drop it down, we'll run the get percents. Now the first time you do this, you're going to have to authorize it to run. Go ahead, click on continue, choose your account, and then allow it. Now you may have run into a situation because you're in a different domain than the ESCs. It might have had like a warning or advanced. Down in the lower left would be an advanced link. Click on that and say continue on. Then you'll end up at this one and you can allow it. Once we've gone ahead and allowed that to get authorized, now we can go and run our get percents. When we do that, you see that a results tab is generated and it's broken down into their subscores and the information about the percentage of students who got the question either got 0 points or 1 point is here. What we're going to do is we're also going to run the next one, which is to format the results. By formatting results, it adds the header row and it also adds the conditional formatting. Now, unfortunately, this is ELA, and Cambium in their infinite wisdom decided that they didn't need to take the writing part and break it down into 442. However, this information is available in the data analysis file. And I kind of think that ELA, they're going to want us to look at this separate anyway. So the writing is going to be all on its own. So that completes the process of getting CRS data and getting it into a spreadsheet and formatting it like we've seen item analysis reports in the past. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I will talk to you later.